know when something unexpected happens and it feels like time just stops? Like in that one moment, you realize you're witnessing something you'll never forget? That's exactly how it feels right now. Because today, we're not just talking about a new record. We're witnessing history, and the heart behind it belongs to none other than BTS's Jimin. Imagine pouring your soul into an album. Every word, every note, every emotion. And nearly a year later, it's still reaching people. Still charting. Still healing. That's exactly what Jimin's second solo album, MUSE, is doing. And today, it just hit a milestone so huge, it's almost hard to believe. MUSE has officially stayed on Spotify's US Weekly Top Albums chart for 40 consecutive weeks. 40 weeks. 40 weeks of millions of hearts choosing his music, again and again, like a heartbeat that refuses to slow down. No other K-pop solo album in history has ever achieved that. Jimin didn't just break a record, he became the standard. And that's not all. His title track, Who, is making its own kind of magic. This week, it jumped 12 spots to number 87 on Spotify's US Weekly Top Songs chart. And just like the album, it's been holding strong for 40 straight weeks. Who is now officially the first and only song by a K-pop soloist to chart that long on Spotify US. Ever. In a world where songs burn bright and fade fast, Who refuses to disappear. It lingers, it lives, it grows. Like the memories we can't let go of, the dreams we refuse to give up on. And let's take a second to remember Face, Jimin's first solo album. Like Crazy stayed strong for 38 weeks on the same chart. It was breathtaking. And now, Who is not just matching that energy, it's surpassing it. And if you're wondering if it's just about weekly stats, think again. Right now, Who has also spent 280 days, day after day, charting on Spotify's US Daily Top Songs chart. Even this week, it rose 5 more spots, hitting number 93. 280 days, 280 mornings, 280 nights. Where somewhere, someone out there pressed play because they needed him. His voice, his words, his warmth. This isn't just about numbers anymore. This is about the bond between an artist who gives everything and a world that answers back with love. And of course, this is the same Jimin who made history topping Billboard's Hot 100 with Like Crazy. Now, with Who, he's also the longest charting K-pop soloist ever on the Billboard Hot 100, 33 weeks and counting. The truth is, Jimin isn't chasing records. He's chasing connection. And every record he breaks is just a reflection of the lives he's touched. When you look back years from now, you're going to remember this moment. The moment when one voice, one heart, proved that music, real music, never fades. And honestly, this isn't the peak. This is just the beginning of a legacy that's bigger than charts, bigger than trophies, bigger than any of us can even imagine. If you're feeling that pride swell in your chest, if you've ever found comfort, hope, or strength in his songs, hit that like button, leave a comment. Let's show the world that Jimin's story is our story too. And don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, this is only chapter 1 in a book we'll be telling for the rest of our lives.